This jungle gym of life, drunk and impaired. What's the difference? When everything in life is an obstacle and you're drunk, there's tripping hazards everywhere, everything is an obstacle, and now you may understand what it's like to be homeless and impaired. What's the difference between drunk and impaired? There's no difference except using alcohol. It's caused by a drug, chemically induced, a liquid chemical induced impairment. So imagine going through this jungle gym drunk. Now let's go through life impaired, and everybody expects the homeless to be fully cognitively functioning and capable, but there's obstacles everywhere in life, like there's obstacles throughout this jungle gym. Now go through the jungle gym drunk, see how that works out. And many expect the homeless to go through life as though they're sober. Now, it's true some of the homeless do drink or do drugs, and I'm going to suggest it's to escape, but to expect the homeless to perform, and that also applies to somebody with PTSD. To perform as though they're sober. The problem therein is it's near impossible for somebody to be fully functioning when they're constantly dealing with sleep deprivation and adrenaline. Now, commonly, adrenaline is accepted to be a I don't want to say attention seeking, but activity, peak provoking, but there's many things that gives an adrenaline rush. There's many things in the military that gives an adrenaline rush. And being homeless also gives an adrenaline rush. And before you say that's impossible, hear me out. How about we try a little bit of depriving you of food and water and sleep and rest and warmth, constantly searching for life's basic necessities. And so now what happens to your adrenaline? Let's think back to the survival part of the brain, the part of the brain that has you looking for food, to hunt the lion, to hunt the deer. And so when you're homeless, you're constantly, usually almost always constantly, made to search for life's basic necessities. Adrenaline impairs the brain. Sleep deprivation impairs the brain. And now you expect the homeless, those with PTSD, to to perform as though they're fully functioning in quote-unquote normal society. There's something there. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I've got first-hand experience with, say, adrenaline, at least with the military, and healthy adrenaline-seeking habits, such as, I would say, skydiving is a healthy adrenaline. Running, for me, is a healthy adrenaline-seeking habit. So, and many things I did in the military was, I would call healthy adrenaline-seeking habits. And and it does impair the brain. And in the military, there's things we do to avoid making errors. And in my military trade, in the artillery, we often work sleep deprived, and so with being sleep deprived compounds the problems of the impairment. And so again, there's drills we do specifically because we work impaired. Now, in normal society, you wouldn't expect somebody to get drunk and then drive, get drunk and work, get drunk and go to the gym, get drunk and go through an obstacle course or a jungle gym. But we do in the military, at least in my trade. Not drunk, but impaired of sleep deprivation, compounded by adrenaline. And but in normal society, that's unacceptable. Yet everyone expects the homeless to perform at 100%. And when they can't, they give them more tasks, more chores, make it difficult, more difficult. And so now, okay, so that's the first thing about spending money. Just for one small part of life is spending money. And I'm gonna give one quick note on impairment and how adrenaline sleep deprivation also affects not only impairment but also retention, information retention. And so same thing, adrenaline affects retention, sleep deprivation affects retention. So then you get retention compounded by impairment, and now we throw in a task like spending money. I like to think I've managed fairly well. But what's also true is over the last 6 years, what's kept me alive is trying to do things to help others. That's the biggest thing that's kept me alive. I would gladly, I have, and I will say it again, had suicidal thoughts, ideation, 22 times a day, every day over the last 6 years. I could have committed suicide, ended all the pain in a heartbeat. And I couldn't understand why I didn't. Except at every obstacle I would try to find something else to give me hope. And that was always usually in one way, shape, or form something that would allow me to help others. And so in recent months I have spent money, and in recent years I've spent money to do something to give me hope. And so I have spent money, I would say, unapologetic. I have spent money though thought out carelessly. Carelessly because I knew there's better things I could do with my money. But I just, like, I was gasping for air. I was gasping for hope. So I bought things like a loudspeaker for my vehicle, so I could, like, protest the government because it's nonsense. Has to change. Like, Veterans Affairs refusing to help me with things they're like that I'm entitled to. Like, and I'd tell people I needed help calling VAC, and they'd say, well, you gotta do your part and call them. And it's like, no, like, it hurts to talk to VAC. Hey, Lennon. I'm just filming a YouTube video here. You want to sit down? What do you do? What are you doing in this part of town?
Just walking by.
Oh,
Walking by.
I was gonna say, Greg is at the house, and I told him to tell you tomorrow, 9 o'clock. Like, I'll try to head up to your place about 8 o'clock.
Cool.
And 9 o'clock we can take a taxi down to what you call it there, the barber.
Sure, yeah, that'd be great.
What's his name?
I was thinking about doing that today too.
And so the barber will give you anybody who goes.
Yeah.
So I told him there was 2 girls and 2 guys. And so if Stacy's not there, that's okay. We might see her downtown. So anybody who's wants to go to the barber gets a haircut tomorrow.
Let's put this house, eh?
That's an old buddy, happens to be my neighbor there, and what you call it, looks like he's running for mayor.
Yeah, it looked like this was like the God of the Universe house or something, wasn't it? Look at them with their computers in there.
Yeah.
The neighbor's got my computer, I swear to God. See, my mom, back when Pepsi Points were a thing, she got a digital camera on Pepsi Points, and she was acting Connie Constantine, and so she wrote the first Spirit program frequency, and that's what's on the computer out the window from where you do the dishes in our place.
Yeah.
You can see her Spirit program running on that computer. So that's, I'm assuming, my computer, from me taking over her work for her and finishing off all the spiritual programming and stuff. And now, if I had the computer, I could fucking continue working and continue fixing, like, fixing everything. But that's absolutely my mom's program frequency on that computer. It's been tweaked and stuff, but yeah, see, like, there's on when we got the digital camera from Pepsi Points, there's all these, like, a whole list of weird frequency numbers, and most of them just come up as nothing. But that one, after I coded Spirit into the fucking system, that one gets that weird shit that you see on that same computer. one frequency she had that worked that was what she wanted it to be. She probably just gave him a list.
When I stopped by there today to clean out the garage, and I found I got you those razors you wanted,
Yeah.
and I found some bath towels. So there's
Cool.
a couple extra there, and me and Greg cleaned out the garage there, so that's about 99% clean. Well, it's ready to go to the dump. Let's just say that much. So Thursday, your dad's coming to. I'll take a couple loads to the dump, and then Carol will send a truck to help out taking stuff to the dump. So, and then your dad said sometime he was gonna take you home to pick out some video games and stuff, and so yeah.
Just bought all new systems with the fucking money and everything.
Right.
He's got a bunch of systems for me. For the hell of it.
Right.
They're probably buying them for Dalton, and then because he's got scammed from him by the Herkimers or whatever, and then he's grabbed Dexter's.
So yeah. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, I'll be.
What do you want to bet those guys are fucking with reality right now?
What's that?
So what do you want to bet those guys are fucking with reality right now with that computer? Look at that dude. The dude sitting beside him looks like an animal person right now. I see a raccoon or something. And then somebody sitting beside that, and they're moving in the picture.
Yeah.
The animal person doesn't seem to be moving very much. His lips are moving. It's weird. I don't know. I'm getting him through this side of the window.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah. So tomorrow, 9 o'clock, we can go for haircuts. We'll catch a cab down.
Sounds good. And haircuts are great.
Yeah, and I put the razors on the chair in your room, so.
Cool. Actually, I just shaved last night. Actually,
Oh, okay.
Jesse Rodstrom lended me a fresh razor. So that was cool.
Jesse, that's Stacy's friend.
Yeah, Jesse. He's been homeless for a while now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got a lot of couches to sit on.
Yeah.
He's right up in the. If there's like a roster list thing, like he's like 1 or 2 people away from me or something for lineup or listing.
Okay. You were just down at the river earlier?
Yeah, I was down yesterday. So it's great. I went there for a while. It was good. I haven't seen her in a while. Yeah. You know, I heard your bus was totally fixed and they had to actively disassemble it so it wouldn't be fixed anymore. Just because that's what the police are doing.
I didn't tell you I got it fixed.
Did you?
How did you know it was running?
I was working on my Aura and just getting my Aura as big as I could, and then thinking about how I wanted to help you fix your bus and stuff, and it started running or whatever. Like it's always on, but then it just like puts itself out. But then when my Aura had done enough to it, it just started running all by itself.
Well, that might explain why I didn't need music yesterday.
Yeah.
Usually, like, the bus stresses me out so much.
Yeah.
Usually I need music to, like, be in a good space to work on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, and then, but yesterday I started working on the bus, and then I went to do something, and I was like, hey, wait, I didn't put the music on. So I was like, I must be in a good space to.
That's man. I put a lot of work in, man. We're getting quieter. We're getting our headspace back. We're not invaded as we were.
Right.
It's fucking 3 years of winging it, kind of, but figured it all out. Doing my mom's job. Connie Constantine.
3 years.
Connie, and I think Connie before her was my Auntie Connie. And when Auntie Connie died, she waited for she needed a certain number of people in the room. So like all the family members had to show up at the hospital. And once the last person came in, that's when she finally passed away, because there was some kind of like binding spell between all the people of her family.
Yeah.
And she couldn't leave until they were all there. It's trippy.
Yeah, and I got my tools put away too last night. Yeah, I got a lot of my tools put away too at the same time, so that was awesome.
We're gonna animate this tree. Animate the tree, that's what we do. There's somewhere.
It was a nice day today, just a little bit of clouds, like not too cold, not too hot.
It was a nice day, it was a very nice day.
Yeah, something I want to keep doing is getting on my app, on karaoke app. You're a better singer than I am, though. I gotta practice. What do you figure?
There's two big eyes opened up right in the middle. That's funny.
What was his name? Jesse at the mobile?
Yeah.
Stacy's friend?
Yeah. He was over with 2X too. Kyle with 2X across the room.
Right. Ugh.
Whoa.
What's that?
He's got a chemtrail like just instantly. Just
Okay, I see that there, yeah.
That just appeared out of nowhere. It's beaming all sorts of colors here.
You're right.
Here we go, here it comes. Right, and it's right in front of us. We've got, hi, you are welcome. What is that? Cool.
Stacy's left us today.
Curlers or?
Yeah, she went downtown, I guess.
Oh, she's probably by the church.
Right.
So what do we got? We got fox or kangaroos or something?
Stacy wanted a haircut too, so we'll see if we'll swing by the church tomorrow, see if she's there.
Totally.
On the way to Albert's.
Oh yeah.
What's that?
I did the moon ritual the other night and brought a whole bunch of new souls down on the planet. They're all lawful evil, so they're not chaotic and they're law abiding, but they're still edgy types or something. I don't know. It's probably just really mean or something. Or they just need they've got like how to be decent training wheels on again. This one's fighting over the chemtrailer. Tug of war. Aquamarine is after purple and pink, so after pink comes aquamarine. Didn't know that.
So the water pump on my bus leaks, so I don't want to. I don't want to drive it around everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like with this next check, I'll order a water pump, and what's it called? And yeah. So that I can drive the bus like normal. The water pump, so the motor doesn't overheat. Ugh.
Somebody is catching some kind of the light from that street light is getting perspectively like lined up like the lineup of like his line of sight. Be back on the sky is fucking trying to catch that light over that lamppost now. Something's going on. Yeah, see, like the sky's like opening up a little bit, and it's sucking the light from that lamp. And they drew a blue person. So, what's the witching hour right now? Midnight? We're still 109 at 2 now. Or no. 109 at 2. It's supposed to be an hour though.
That chemtrail stands out now.
Mm-hmm.
Stars will start showing up right away. Okay. I'm out of here.
Cool, yeah, it was nice chatting with you. Sorry, I'm like a space case sometimes. Lots going on in the sky right now.
I got some meatloaf that's got my name on it.
Nice, meatloaf's good. So, man,
Yeah,
take
man.
it easy.
Yeah, man.
Talk to you tomorrow morning.
Have a good night. Yeah. Lennon, how would do you think would you want some books?
I'm okay on books for now.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's cool.
okay.
I'll
Good night. So, spending money. Not only are you often impaired and can't retain information, myself, I have spent money on things that gave me hope. And so one example of being impaired and information retention is I bought some phones because my phones were cracked. I bought some phones and I had the phone guy put a password I thought I could remember, but then everything's a struggle. And so it was months before, can't explain it, but it was months before I could even try to access the phones, and then I couldn't, and then months later I took him to the computer guy, and then the computer guy told me he couldn't get into my phones without the passwords, and then it was months before I was able to thought of calling TELUS. Somebody helped me calling TELUS to get the phones unlocked, and people say, oh, you're just not trying hard enough. Well, right, let's think about that for a minute. And And with my experience, I know that with all the supports I needed, overnight I could think clearly. Yep, but it was 3 months before things really started coming around, but before the panic attack stopped altogether. But overnight I noticed an immediate difference, and here and now people are still telling me I'm not struggling hard enough, I'm not trying hard enough, I'm not doing enough to get myself back on my feet. And it's like, so I think things are about to turn around. I've got some people in town in Athabasca that are I think are coming together to affect and create change. And to treat mental health effectively treat mental health. Imagine that. Because like physical injuries, there's better ways to treat physical injuries, and there's better ways to treat mental health injuries, and I've experienced it. And 3 months versus 3 years is a major difference. And I tell people what I need, and they tell me I'm wrong. I can't cook, I need cooking classes. No, you don't. I can't speak up for myself. I need karaoke, stand up, things to practice. give me confidence when I speak. And I'm told I'm wrong, that I'm plenty self-confident. So when I should tell people that no this, yes that, I don't. And it has often cost me money because I couldn't speak up for myself. Like, such as a friend sent me a package and I told him that it had come and I would check on it another day. And he said, no, like, go get it, it's there, buddy, he said. And it's like, I should have told him no, but instead I went. I pushed myself when I shouldn't have, when I was stressed. And again, I did things I wouldn't have normally. But so I ended up taking the bus to go check the mail, and I got the bus stuck, and it cost me for about $400 to get the tow truck to get the bus out, because everybody refuses to accept I need to heal to walk. And there's better ways to heal mental health injuries, like ensuring there's access to food, reliable access to food, shower, laundry. Without those things, it makes it harder to walk. You don't have to understand it. That's part of the complexity of these injuries. So without the best methods to heal, to walk, I ended up taking the bus, and it cost me $400 to go check the mail. Among other examples. I don't know what else to say. I think it's almost discouraging to have people. The frustrating part is it's absolutely like 3 years versus 3 months. I did the math on that before, and it's like, I don't know how to it's like, anyway. I want to say 100 times better, because just with the appropriate supports to heal. So on that note, I'm going in, having supper. And I can't get this door to open, so like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see what I can do to get in the house here, because this is obviously not working. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.